Have you ever walked into a room and felt like something was off? Like people were friendly on the surface, but something underneath just did not sit right. You could not explain it. Nobody was rude, nobody said anything wrong, but the energy told a different story. That feeling is not paranoia. That feeling is perception. And today we are going to talk about something most people are too uncomfortable to address. Why people secretly disrespect you. Not the loud, obvious disrespect, not the insults or the arguments, the quiet kind. The kind that happens in whispers when you leave the room. The kind that lives in eye rolls they think you did not see. The kind that slowly erodes how people treat you over time, while you keep wondering what you did wrong. The truth is, disrespect rarely shows up announced. It creeps in through patterns, through habits you have normalized, through things you do every single day that quietly signal to the world around you that you are okay with being treated as less than you deserve. And the most painful part? Most of it is completely fixable, but only if you are willing to be honest with yourself right now. So stay with me, because what you are about to hear might be uncomfortable, but it will change how you carry yourself forever. The first reason people secretly disrespect you is that you are too available. Think about the people in your life you respect the most, the ones whose time feels valuable, the ones you think twice before canceling on, the ones whose yes actually means something. Now ask yourself, are they available for everything, at any time, for anyone? Almost certainly not. There is a psychological principle at work here. Human beings assign value based on scarcity. When something is rare, we treat it carefully. When something is always there, always accessible, always ready, we stop noticing it. We stop appreciating it. We take it for granted. And that is exactly what happens when you make yourself too available. You stop becoming a person with a life and start becoming a resource. Something people reach for when they need it and put down when they do not. You answer every message within seconds. You rearrange your plans the moment someone needs a favor. You never push back when your time is wasted. And slowly, without anyone making a conscious decision, your presence loses weight, your time loses meaning, and your boundaries, if you even have any, become invisible. Now, I am not telling you to be cold. I am not telling you to play games or manufacture fake distance. What I am telling you is this: your time is a finite and precious thing. Treat it that way. Let people wait sometimes. Say no sometimes. Be unavailable sometimes. Not as a strategy, but as a reflection of your actual self-respect. Because when you respect your own time, other people follow your lead. The second reason people secretly disrespect you is that you over-explain yourself. Picture this. Someone asks if you can attend an event, and instead of simply saying you cannot make it, you launch into a paragraph. You explain you have had a long week, your schedule has been overwhelming, you feel terrible about it, you wish things were different, and you hope they understand. What happened there? You asked for permission. You handed someone else the authority to decide whether your reason was good enough, and whether they realized it or not, you told them your boundaries are not firm. They are negotiable. They are waiting to be challenged. Over-explaining is one of the most common ways people accidentally invite disrespect, because it signals insecurity. It signals that you do not fully trust your own decisions, and it opens a door for people to walk right through and question everything you do. Here is what confident people understand. A reason is not a requirement. You do not owe anyone a detailed breakdown of your personal choices. No is a complete answer. I cannot make it is a complete sentence. I am unavailable is enough. When you stop over-explaining, something shifts. People sense the groundedness in you. They sense that you are not asking for their approval, And paradoxically, they begin to respect you more, even when they disagree with you, because you carry your decisions with quiet certainty. Start practicing this today. Give less explanation, stand more firmly, and watch how people begin to treat your words with more weight. The third reason people secretly disrespect you is that you constantly mock yourself. Self-deprecating humor is one of those things that feels harmless, even charming, in small doses. We all laugh at ourselves sometimes. It is relatable. It is human. But there is a line, and a lot of people cross it without realizing what they are doing. When you constantly put yourself down, even jokingly, you are doing something very dangerous. You are writing the script for how others see you. You are handing people a vocabulary of diminishment and saying, "Here, feel free to use this on me." The person who always jokes about being a mess gives others permission to see them as a mess. The person who constantly laughs about being bad at everything quietly confirms that belief in the minds of everyone around them. The person who waves away every compliment with self-criticism is training people not to take their strengths seriously. This is not about false confidence or pretending to be something you are not. This is about understanding that how you speak about yourself in public becomes how others speak about you in private. Your words about yourself are not just jokes, they are instructions. Start paying attention to how often you put yourself down in conversation. Start noticing the moments you deflect a compliment instead of simply saying, "Thank you." Start catching the reflexive self-mockery before it leaves your mouth. Because when you speak about yourself with quiet dignity, people around you adjust. They rise to meet the image you project. The fourth reason people secretly disrespect you is that you are emotionally easy to provoke. There is something deeply uncomfortable about admitting this one, but it is one of the most important things you will ever understand about social dynamics. When people know that a single comment can ruin your entire day, they have power over you. When they know that a small criticism will send you spiraling, they have leverage. When they can predict exactly how to get a reaction from you, they are in control. And some people, consciously or not, will use that control to feel powerful. Emotional reactivity is not a sign of passion or sensitivity. In the social world, it is a vulnerability. It tells everyone around you that you are not fully in command of yourself. And people, even good people, will unconsciously test and poke at whatever they know will get a response. Now, here is the important distinction. Being emotionally steady does not mean being emotionally dead. It does not mean you stop caring or feeling. It means you stop performing your emotions for an audience. It means you develop the ability to feel something deeply and still choose how you respond to it. That gap between feeling and reaction is where your power lives. When nothing rattles you visibly, something changes in how people approach you. They become more careful with their words. They become more thoughtful in how they treat you. Because they cannot manipulate what they cannot move. Work on this. Pause before you react. Breathe before you respond. Let the wave of emotion pass through you before you open your mouth, because the person who cannot be shaken commands a room without ever raising their voice. The fifth reason people secretly disrespect you is that you seek validation openly. This one cuts deep, because seeking validation is one of the most human things there is. We all want to be seen. We all want to be told that we matter, that our work is good, that we are on the right track. That desire is not weakness, but the way some people pursue it absolutely is. When you finish a task and immediately ask, "Was that okay?" When you share an idea and follow it with, "I am probably wrong, but," when you constantly check whether people approve of your choices, your appearance, your opinions, you are revealing something critical. You are revealing that your sense of worth is not self-generated. It is borrowed, and anything that is borrowed can be taken away. People feel this. Even if they cannot articulate it, they feel the weight of someone whose confidence depends on their response. And it creates an uncomfortable dynamic where they feel responsible for managing your self-esteem. That is exhausting, and exhausting relationships eventually get minimized. More than that, when someone knows that your confidence rises and falls based on their feedback, they have quiet control over you. A withheld compliment becomes a tool. A mild criticism becomes a weapon, and you hand them both every time you openly seek their approval. The shift you need to make is internal. You need to develop what psychologists call an internal locus of evaluation, a standard that lives inside you, not outside you, a sense of your own worth that does not require constant confirmation from other people. This takes time. It takes practice. But it starts with a simple decision to stop asking for approval you should be giving yourself. The sixth reason people secretly disrespect you is that you do not follow through on what you say. Words are currency, and like any currency, their value depends on how reliably they can be exchanged for something real. When you consistently say you will do something and then do not, your words depreciate, and eventually, they become worthless. This is one of the quietest and most devastating ways respect erodes.
Because it rarely happens in one dramatic moment. It happens across dozens of small, broken promises. The meeting you said you would set up. The favor you promised and forgot. The deadline you committed to and missed. Each one alone feels minor. Together, they build a portrait of someone whose word means nothing. And here is the cruel irony. Most people who fall into this pattern are not malicious. They are eager to please in the moment. They say yes because they want to be helpful. They commit because it feels good to be the kind of person who comes through. But the follow-through is where the character actually lives, not in the intention, in the action. Start making fewer promises. Mean the ones you make. And when circumstances change and you genuinely cannot follow through, address it proactively, not after the fact. Nothing rebuilds reliability like the honesty to say, "I said I would do this, and I cannot," before someone has to chase you for it. Your word is your reputation. Protect it like it matters, because it does. The seventh reason people secretly disrespect you is that you tolerate being treated poorly and say nothing. This may be the most important point of the entire video, so I need you to really hear this. Every time someone treats you poorly and you say nothing, you teach them that it is acceptable, not in a dramatic, conscious way, but in a deeply practical way. Behavior that has no consequence gets repeated, always. It is one of the most consistent things about human nature. When someone makes a cutting remark and you laugh it off, you confirm it is safe territory. When someone dismisses your ideas in a meeting and you shrink back into silence, you confirm that your voice does not need to be reckoned with. When someone repeatedly cancels on you or disrespects your time, and you keep showing up with no comment, you confirm that there is no cost to treating you that way. Silence in the face of disrespect is not patience. It is not grace. It is permission. Now, I am not asking you to become confrontational. I am not asking you to make every slight into a battle. But there is a massive difference between choosing to overlook something and failing to address something because you are afraid of conflict or desperate for approval. Speaking up does not have to be aggressive. It can be calm. It can be quiet. It can be nothing more than, "I did not appreciate that," or "that is not okay with me." But it has to be said, because the moment people sense that there is a line you will not let them cross, they stop crossing it, and they begin to see you differently, as someone with standards, as someone worth respecting. You set the temperature of how people treat you. Start running it higher. Closing. Here is the truth that ties all of this together. Respect is not something people give you automatically. It is something they assign based on the signals you send. And most of the signals that invite disrespect are not dramatic failures of character. They are quiet habits, small daily patterns that accumulate into a story people tell about who you are and how you should be treated. But here is the extraordinary thing about patterns. They can be changed, not overnight, not without discomfort, but they can be changed. Starting with awareness, starting with the willingness to look honestly at the way you show up and ask yourself whether it reflects the respect you actually deserve. You are too available. Pull back. You over-explain. Stop. You mock yourself. Speak with dignity instead. You react too easily. Build stillness. You seek approval. Find your own standard. You break your word. Mean what you say. You tolerate disrespect. Raise your line. None of this is about becoming hard or cold or distant. It is about becoming someone so solid in themselves that disrespect simply has nowhere to land. That is the goal. Not to be feared, not to be perfect, just to be someone who knows their worth so deeply and so quietly that the world has no choice but to reflect it back. You already know what you deserve. Now start acting like it.